And hello, we are live. Happy Friday, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us here Friday night. We are excited to have everybody with us this evening. I want to introduce some new faces that we have. We have Lena joining us, who is going to be our new co-host. She's from Hall Family Adventures. And then, of course, you're welcome. And then, of course, Christy from Christy's Corner, my regular partner channel there. And our guest this evening, which is my sweet friend Kaylee from the channel Kaylee Hopkins. And so we are going to give Kaylee some highlighted time here. But before we do that, I just want to go over a couple quick things of Disney news that we have located. So I will go ahead and share what I have really quick. And this is always fun to do because, let's see, I try to have it all ready. Here we go. And then there. So this is actually a puzzle that they've come out with that is for the 20th anniversary of celebrating Disney's California Adventure Park. And so I can't believe it's already been 20 years. I actually remember being there when they were building that park. So being at the Disneyland area when they were actually building the park. So it's hard to believe it has been 20 years already. But I thought this was kind of cool to find that they're going to put out this little puzzle to commemorate the 20th anniversary. So very cool. Just wanted to share that. And Christy, were you able to find what you had?
Yes, I was. So my item, let me just go ahead and share my screen and we can go over it. I'm super excited about these. I'm not a pass holder, but I should be getting them from somebody and I can't wait.
Okay, I'm just watching for it to pop up. Here we go.
Okay.
So
wow. These ears, and you know me, I do not like Disney licensed ears. I'm all about the Etsy shop ears and making my own and all that. I'm never one to be like, I need those ears until I saw these. Something about the royal blue with the gold and I think that's kind of maybe a creamish, light pink beige color. I'm not really sure. But these, I just love them. And they're pass holder exclusive. And I don't know if that has anything to do with it because don't I wish I was a pass holder. But they are so pretty. I'm actually on Disney Food Blog's website. You've got to give them the credit. I don't like not giving them the credit. But there's a lot of other pass holder exclusive items, but this one, it just happens to be the one that I was like, I need that. If they have a Spirit jersey, guess what? I need that too. And it looks like there might be a Spirit jersey because look, there's something back there.
It's that pretty royal blue, almost like color.
Yeah. Maybe they'll say down further. I don't know. Oh, look, there's a close up of the ears. Yeah, that's like a beige color.
Yeah, it does look that way.
Yeah.
Wait, now it looks pink right there. Huh, that's interesting.
Look at the band. It's got like crisscrosses on it. I don't know what else to call that.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, you can. In this one, you can see the Spirit jerseys behind it.
Shut up! Just shut up! You know I need it.
Oh, look at the embroidery! Is that the side of the headband?
Yes, that is. Oh, that's so pretty.
Oh my gosh! I'm hoping I don't see what the Spirit jersey looks like because then I definitely will probably want it. I have a problem. Definitely have a problem. So that's my news.
All right. Well, and thanks for saying that you like to give credit because I forgot to mention that I always use Walt Disney World News Today, and that's the site that I was on earlier. So let me pop into chat really quick and say hello to who is in there now. We have the Galactic Knight and Birdwell. And
that's my son.
I know. He said it afterwards because I was like, who is asking 20 questions right now? I realized who it was after. He said, hey, it's me. I was like, oh, okay, nice. Welcome in, and Chili, and let's see. I think I got. Oh, and Kat. Hi, Kat. I think I got everybody, and of course, the four of us are in chat. Okay, so Kaylee, hello. Thank you so much for coming on here this evening with us. Oh, and hi, Cooper's Corner, who just popped in. So I want to go ahead and give you the floor, and I just want you to share a little bit about yourself and like about your channel and how you started your channel and that kind of thing.
Okay, really quickly before we do that, I want to say it's so funny. That puzzle you showed was the puzzle I was talking about.
Oh, was it?
It was.
Great minds, let me tell you.
So I'm Kaylee, and I've actually been on YouTube. This year will be 2 years, and I haven't really been consistent on it. I started out as a reaction channel, and then I left, and then I came back as a Disney channel where I mostly did pins. And then most of those videos are privated because they're cringy and the audio is terrible. So I kind of was off and on from college, and I decided, strangely, at the end of November, I was like, you know what? I'm going to do Vlogmas. I haven't been consistent ever in my life, but I was like, I'm going to do Vlogmas. And I came back and I did it. And I shocked myself, and I've been consistent in January and hopefully in February. And it's just, I mean, it's just rolling now. So, but
well, it's so funny because I was going to say you doing Vlogmas is actually how you and I got reconnected when you came back onto YouTube, and we've been kind of going ever since. So
yeah, I very last minute messaged Allie, and I was like, "Hey, I know it is literally like the week before, but I just decided I'm coming back."
Kudos to you. Vlogmas is dedication.
Yeah, it was. Oh, I don't think I'd ever do it again without pre-filming and like having it set, because it was stress. But I did it, and I was like, you know, it worked out. But right now I'm kind of trying to like focus what my channel's on, and I'm doing 2 videos a week right now. So I'm kind of doing pins, and then also doing some reaction videos. If any of you guys watch WandaVision, I'm doing those right now. And today's episode was really good. If you haven't seen it, watch it.
It's the first one I've actually liked. The first 3, I was kind of like, ugh, I'm trying. This one, it had me like as soon as it came on. I was so excited, and the whole episode was over too quickly. I was like, 34
Don't
minutes.
give any spoilers.
No,
I haven't seen it yet.
I will say though, like Christy said,
and I want to.
Every episode has gotten better. And that first 2 episodes, I've reacted to them together, and I shared it, and I'm like, oh my gosh, people are gonna hate me because I said, y'all, it is so boring. I'm sorry.
It was. But you gotta think of it this way too. Like any show you're starting to watch, you usually, it takes a couple episodes before you get invested in it anyway.
Yeah.
Very rarely is there a show that just you're invested in right off the bat. So that's why my husband's like, this show is terrible. And I was like, I'm giving it a shot. I'm trying to get invested. I did not like the first 3 episodes. They were just too off the wall, crazy, and I'm trying not to give any spoilers, but I mean, just the things that were happening, I was like, this is ridiculous. But then I kind of watched some like YouTubers like Screen Rant and stuff of them saying the backstory of it, and because I don't read the comics, but I am obsessed with Marvel. So I was listening to that, watching that, and realized that the whole reason of the first 3 episodes and how it was is that's because how Wanda is, and she's not realizing it at the time. And then that 4th episode just like it did it for me, and mainly because it brought back an original character from one of the other Avengers movies. Well, I guess technically Thor movies, but
I'm not a Marvel girl. Like, I haven't seen it, and I didn't know it was Marvel when I started it. Like, I just had all my friends on Instagram be like, oh my God, this is so amazing. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to go watch it. And then I realized as I was clicking on it, I was like, oh, it's Marvel. Like, I'll watch it. You know, I just haven't ever had time. And like, really, I'm not the biggest superhero person. And I start watching it, and I'm like, why is everyone raving about this show?
I don't know why they were raving about the first 3 episodes, but that 4th one.
Yeah.
If you haven't watched any of the Marvel movies, go watch them, and all of it will make more sense.
Yeah.
Well, and you mentioned, Christy, about how you don't normally necessarily get invested in a show until you've seen a few episodes. I will say that after the very first episode of Mandalorian that I watched, I was in it to win it. I definitely loved that show.
I'm still trying to get into Mandalorian. I've watched like a little bit of the first episode and then I'm bored and I clicked it off. But my son is like crazy about that show.
Yeah.
And if he's still in chat, I'm sure he'll say it, but he's always talking about it. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And he's like, are you not watching The Mandalorian? I'm like, no, I'm not.
Oh, he says, yep.
But I do need to get into it. So if you don't want to watch all the Marvel movies, because there's a ton, they go back way far back, at least watch Endgame and the one just before. Oh my gosh, why is my mind gone blank?
Is it the Ultron?
No, that's Age of Ultron. That's like
watch
the
Avengers. That's like the second one.
I saw the first Avengers. I saw that one when it came out, and I've seen like Thor, and what was the other one?
Have you seen all the Thor movies or just the first Thor?
Well, I tried the second Thor, and then I couldn't.
That's not the best one. That's
the
actually
third one is hilarious. I love that one.
Yes, Pat, Civil War. Civil War is one of my favorites. So it goes like all of them linked together, and they weren't even put out in the order that you should watch them. But I think you could probably get away with just watching the Avengers and not know each character's backstory. But if you just watch the Avengers, that will tie into this show that you're watching.
Yeah. I don't know. I was like, kind of like, I'm just going to go through the show and like see, because I don't feel like I'm like completely lost. And then I will say this, Christy, I won't spoil it, but I don't even know if it's like a plot twist or like a big surprise that happened in episode 4, because if you've seen the Avengers, you knew it. But like for me, finding out what happened in episode 4, I was like, how did no one spoil me in my comments? Because I keep getting people like say little things, but no one said that. And I was like,
so episode 4, that's where it links with the Avengers. Like you're watching that Avengers series, and especially the last 2 Avengers movies. Once you see that the last 2, then episode 4 will just like click with you and you're like, oh, I get it now. Because what goes on in that episode, the beginning of the episode links directly with those last 2 movies.
Oh, really? Yeah, I had no idea what was going on.
Yeah. Go watch at least the last 2 movies. You may not know the backstory and stuff, but at least watching those last 2 movies will definitely click in your head on what's going on in episode 4.
And I'm sorry, we're still stuck on Marvel, but I have to say, Kat put up here that Civil War, she really liked the Civil War one, which is not technically an Avengers movie, but they bring so many new characters that spun off to different in that one. So that's a good one too, if you haven't seen it.
Did Tom Holland come in that one?
Yes.
Okay, I saw the promo.
Civil War is Captain America's Civil War. It's not, but that's when they initiate the Avengers.
Yeah. Okay. I feel like I remembered that was the movie he came.
Yes.
Did you see Kat's comment?
Oh, which one now? Oh, wait. If I knew we were. Oh wait, let me put this. If she knew we were talking about Marvel, she would have put pants and a bra on. Like that.
We can't see your pants for one. I may not have pants on. Who knows?
We can't see anything.
I do.
Oh, but if she was sitting. Oh, okay. I get it then, Kat.
That's how you position the camera very carefully.
Yeah, and if you position it like this, you can't tell if you don't have a bra on.
Yeah, you just tip it up real high so it just gets your.
Yeah.
Maybe none of the 4 of us are wearing bras.
You never know.
It's Friday night.
Things can get crazy. Friday Night Live, I'll tell you.
Very high camera.
Well, I mean, mine's not even all that. I did raise it up so you could see the ears and so you could see this addition to my wall.
I feel like I have to raise mine. If not, it like cuts the top of my ears off. So,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we've had fun. This is good. Okay, so Kaylee, now tell us about, now I misspoke earlier, which I don't remember if I put this on social media, but I called it the Disney CRP program. That's actually the Cultural Representative Program, which is outside the U.S., and you applied for the Disney College program in the U.S. So why don't you tell us a little bit about how that process went? And I'm going to put you on the big screen again.
So yeah, I found out about it through YouTube. I started watching some vloggers who did the program, and I was like, I wanted to do it. I applied actually twice. So the first time I applied, like my application never even moved. I just got a rejection, which was devastating. But that was that was actually my senior year of college, and then I went to a secondary program at a community college, and I applied again. And honestly, I was like, I'm not going to get in. Like, it's whatever. I'll apply. And I applied, and I got in that night.
Wow.
I applied. I jumped in the shower, got out, and they're like, okay, you got an interview. And I was like, cool. Like, that was so easy. But yeah, so you interview, you talk with someone in the company, and like that was cool. They kind of like ask you all these questions and figure out like what role you want to work in. And really, I think college students do about every single role that they offer like for regular cast members. But I do think like the cultural representatives, like what Allie was talking about, I think a lot of them work in Epcot.
Yeah.
So they try to like if you go to Norway, like most of the people that work there, if not all of them, are from Norway, and like, they try to like make it a very authentic cultural experience. So that's like, I think I told Allie, that's like really to me the big difference between the two programs. But yeah, I was going to be merchandise. I got accepted for merchandise, which was my top choice. I was so excited.
I remember that because you put some videos out about that.
Yeah, I did. And I was excited, and then COVID happened.
Wah, wah.
Yeah. So they had two programs. They had a program that started in June, and then they had a program that started in August, and mine was the August one because I was still in school through July. And they canceled the June one first. I think they canceled that in like April. And then it came to be, I want to say it was like July or June. It was like really late in the game, and then they finally canceled ours. And it was really, I respect all the recruiters, and I respect everyone in that, but it was a super hard situation because I was in a Facebook group with all of the college kids, and they were all like, I don't know if I should be applying for next semester. I don't know if I need student loan. Like it was just a really stressful thing because people didn't really know, like, were you moving to Orlando or were you doing another semester? And they found out so late, like a lot of people weren't even able to register for classes. And thankfully for me, like I was through with school and I didn't have to do that. But the unfortunate thing for me is I'm probably never going to get to do the program now because I did graduate. But good experience auditioning. I try interviewing. They did have auditions. You can be character performer and be friends with characters as a DCP, but I did not do that.
Oh. Well, that's too bad though that you went through all this.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I tell you though, when I got that interview, like literally not even 10 minutes later, the second time, I'm like, what? Like it was literally the same application.
Oh my goodness.
I didn't really change anything because I was like, it's whatever. Like I'm not gonna get in, like because I had already, I was gonna go straight to work and it was fine. But then I got in and I was like, well, I'm going to Disney World. Can't say no.
Now, do you know like how long of a stay or a time period were you going to actually be participating if that were to go through?
Yeah. So the Fall Advantage people, so the people that start in June, they're June through December, and then mine would have been August through December, and I would have left like the first week of January. So you get to go the fall program. It's really nice because you do get to go through the holidays. But a lot of people don't do that program, like, because they get homesick and like they're not with their families for the holidays, and you have to work. And I remember one girl I watched that had a vlog. She was a Jungle Cruise skipper, and she said the loneliest she ever felt was when she had an empty boat on, I think it was Christmas night.
Oh.
She went around and like it turned into Christmas, or it was like the end of Christmas night, and she could hear the fireworks, but she was like by herself on that boat, and she said it was so sad and lonely.
Really sad.
I know, but it's got pros and cons. And then I think in the spring you have to, I don't know, is it the spring that has more hurricanes? One of them's more hurricane.
Yeah.
Fall, because it's September through November.
Is it fall? Okay. Yeah. So fall's just got the hurricanes in the in the
Oh
fall.
my goodness. Wow. So yeah, because I know someone back in California that did my friend's daughter did this program, but I want to say that she was either close to graduating or around already graduated and still was able to do it. So it's basically like a cutoff where if you've already graduated, you can't participate.
You can do it a year after. Like if
that's why.
you can apply the year after. And technically, legally, whenever they bring it back, if I'm like 27 and they bring it back, I can still technically go because they gave us all like an exemption for it, and like we're supposed to be able to like I don't know if you just skip to the front of the line. I don't know how that works, but we're all supposed to be able to still do it.
I would hope so.
I would think so.
Yeah, but I mean, honestly, like I just don't see that happening because they're not bringing it back anytime soon. And I mean, I can just like drop my job whenever it comes back because you really don't. You know, I don't know if I can say specifically how much they offered pay you, but you don't get paid what I would get paid like at my job. So you're really just going for the experience.
Okay, I'm really quick. I'm bringing Sammy in. I see her backstage. She's I'm gonna pop her into the stream right now. So this is just Sammy. Hi, Sammy.
Hi. Sorry I'm late. And it's behind me because moving.
Oh gosh, yeah, been there, done that.
That's more swap box than moving, but it's still a mess.
Okay, so I have to pop this on the screen because Kaylee was just talking about the Jungle Cruise and being a skipper, and I just saw Kat's comment, and I just have to put it up here because she said she would be the coolest skipper. It's her dream job. She would bring so many puns, and I definitely
agree.
So I do have a question about the skippers. I know that they have a script, but I've been on a couple of them where some of the things are different. Can they just off the cuff do stuff?
I heard that they can't. I heard that they have a list and they can like pick from the list and kind of make their own, like they can choose from different jokes, but like I don't think they can just make them up themselves. They can just have a little variety. From what I've heard, I don't know. I mean, I was not a skipper.
Right, yeah.
That's what I've always heard from people.
Did you know that when the Jungle Cruise first opened, it was actually not with all the puns? It was actually a educational ride.
I knew that actually. I watched, I think it wasn't Screen Rant, but it was like, I follow a lot of Disney YouTubers that do like history and abandoned things and just things like that. And that's actually most of the videos that I listen to throughout the day when I'm working, because you can listen to them and get the knowledge without having to look at the video, because the video is just like pictures of stuff.
Right.
But yeah,
I'm bored with it. They're like, this is boring. And so they started ad-libbing these puns. And it went from no one wanting to ride the ride to the Jungle Cruise having these really long lines at Disneyland. And Walt came into the park and was like, what is going on? Why does this ride have such a line? And so he got on the ride. And either the cast member was really smart or really stupid, because he went off script with Walt on his boat, and Walt went, we are changing this ride.
Wow. Well, because it's almost like, it's almost like somebody going and riding that ride, and they all know the jokes. If they've ridden it pretty often, they can like recite the lines with, the skipper. Everyone knows the backside of water and, all those little.
Yeah, exactly.
That's definitely a ride I can't wait to go on when I make it to Disney, because I am all for the puns. I am dad jokes all day, every day. So I am like so excited to be on that ride and just be laughing my butt off.
Let me tell y'all something funny real quick. That, Lena, when you said that about they used to like be very factual. So I went once when I was a kid and I didn't remember this ride. So I go back for my senior trip with my friend and she's like, oh, this is like my favorite ride. I go on it, and to be completely honest, I hated it the first time because I'm such a like fun fact nerd. I'm like, this is going to be awesome. This is going to be like this Jungle Cruise and we're going to talk about facts and you're going to see animals. And I was like, what? Like I hated it. And I've been on it since, and I like love it now. But that first time, I just had very different expectations.
You might have just been in a different kind of mood. It's almost like when you go to see a movie the first time, you absolutely hate it, but you watch it again and it's hilarious. So
Yeah.
I didn't like it the first time
Kilimanjaro
either.
Safari type jungle cruise. Okay, that's what I was expecting.
Yeah, I definitely didn't like it the first time either. And it's funny, exactly what Alicia said is sometimes I'll go and I'm like, I'm not enjoying this. And then sometimes I'll go and I'm like, ha ha, punny pun. But I will say, like, if it's one of the louder boats and you can barely hear the skipper, I'm never interested in it.
Because for some reason, the speakers in the back of the boat don't work.
Yeah.
And that's like every boat.
So you want to sit in the front.
Yes.
So what do you guys think about the changes that they're going to be making to that ride?
Oh, that was some news we didn't even talk about earlier.
No, we didn't.
I'm
That's
apprehensive.
okay.
I don't know.
I honestly haven't even heard. I'm so bad because like I haven't been to Disney. Like I'm like I want everything to be a surprise, so I don't really listen to too so much. So this is news to me. What changes are coming?
Okay, so I don't have the article in front of me, so I'm just going off of somewhat of memory, but they are changing. I know the totem pole scene where there's like, you know, the guys up on the totem pole. I think if I remember correctly from the art, it's going to be like this Jungle Cruise skippers, and they're incorporating like the skippers themselves into more of like the story. Apparently, that's like all I can remember at this point of what I saw.
I think that's cool because from the videos I've seen, it's like the skippers are talking to the animals. They're like, "Hey, haven't seen you in a while." So I feel like that's like a really smart idea. I don't know. I've never been, so I feel like I have like no opinion to be
I think at one point, don't they call like the savages or something are around the corner? And so I think they're taking that out.
Oh,
there's something about shrunken heads. I think that they were taking out.
That's at the end. Yeah.
So, yeah, I think they're cleaning it up a little bit for current modern day.
Kind of like what they did with Pirates of the Caribbean.
Right. But I did hear that they may remove backside of water.
Now
That's like the best part.
Everybody knows that.
I know.
What is that?
Actually, Kat just
Everybody except for
You
Sammy.
go behind a waterfall.
Oh, that would be so cool.
Wait, no, Sammy, you've never even seen anyone's vlogs ride that ride?
Okay, I've heard like, the talking part, but like I really, because I want it to be my first time to just be so magical and nothing ruined for me. I really don't try to watch any Disney vlogs and Disney. It's not because I don't want to support anybody, but it's just because I want to be surprised and it to be magical and you know, so it's like getting married to Disney. It's like I can't see the dress. I can't see the parts.
I tried to be that way with the new Runaway Railway thing. I tried so hard not to watch it, and then I was like, "What the heck? I'm gonna watch it." I'm 5 now, and I'm like, I know.
Bring back my great movie ride.
I will say,
I'm sorry. I love that ride.
I will say, not watching it really builds up your, like, I don't know, you're either going to be disappointed or very excited. The reason I say that is I had never been to Disney. Well, I went in 2007, but only to Epcot, but I had never been to like all the parks until 2017. And while I was growing up, my cousins and my friends and like, oh my gosh, Disney World's amazing. You got to ride this ride called Tower of Terror. It's so awesome. It makes you throw up. So everyone talked it up, and then I go. That's the first park I went to, and I'm like, I'm riding that ride, and I rode it, and it's my favorite ride.
Yeah, the one ride I want to ride, hands down, is Toy Story Mania because I'm so competitive, and I'm like, I just need to be like pew 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 pew, and I just want to eat. Like that's all.
That is one of my favorite rides. You will love that ride.
Yeah, I'm super excited.
I love eating at the park. I love you just get.
Oh my god, your pictures you've been posting. I was at work and the one you posted today about crepes. I was like, oh my god.
That one's at Universal Studios. They have like 7 steaks and then savory crepes and then like sweet crepes. And every time I go, it's always like around 11 o'clock. And I'm like, okay, I want savory because I want lunch. And I haven't had any of their sweet ones, but they look so good.
My favorite.
Yeah, that one,
right back.
that one was it was so good.
Really quick, welcome in Walt at Mouse Talk and Tony Finding Disney. Hi guys, thanks for popping in.
Hey guys.
I can tell I'm tired because I read that as Finding Dory.
Yeah, there's a couple more letters. Couple more, that's all.
Sorry, guys.
Oh, you're fine.
That crepe was the brisket crepe, and it was really good. Really good.
I want a chocolate strawberry crepe. Like I don't know if they have them at Disney in a churro. I just want a Disney churro. I want a million Disney churros, but that's all I want.
Walmart does have crepes.
Somebody else that loves churros because not a lot of people love them, and that's one of my favorites.
I love them. Whenever I go to Comic-Con, I will find the one churro stand they have at Denver Comic-Con. I will search the whole building just so I can get a freaking churro.
Well, I have to say, for the longest time, my favorite snack, it was a combination snack. It was a drink and a food item, and it was the Night Blossom and the pineapple lumpia that you can get at Pangu Pangu in Pandora Animal Kingdom. But back in October, when me and my sister were there, they had this Kakamora Float at Aloha Isle. It is phenomenal. It's now my favorite snack. For sure.
Oh, wow.
It sounds not yummy.
I will look it up and let me look it up real quick.
Starting with Taka. I don't know.
I know. Kaylee, my question for you, since you were in the college program and got to taste all the foods probably, what's like the number one like secret, it's like underrated food there that everyone should try?
So I didn't actually do it. I got accepted.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
It's okay.
got accepted and COVID stopped her from going.
Stab you in the heart with that.
Yeah.
I know.
I wish I could answer that because I don't know. My favorite food, though, I think, are the Nutella and strawberry waffles from Sleepy Hollow.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I need that.
They're not underrated, but like they're my favorites.
I mean, anything with Nutella and a waffle, it's great. I would highly suggest it's not Disneyland or Disney World, but getting waffles and cookie butter.
See, I'm not the biggest hazelnut fan, and I know hazelnut is what's made up of Nutella, right? So
Yeah, but
I don't think you taste it.
yeah, it don't really taste hazelnutty to me, but like I love it. So.
Yeah. Same.
I see what you've got here, Christy. I'm going to pop this up on the screen.
Okay. Okay, so this is the Kakamora Float.
Oh, look at
it has.
Oh, is that the thing from Moana?
It's in Aloha Isle in Adventureland. So it's a creamy coconut soft serve with pineapple juice, blue curacao, I think that's how you say it, syrup, and a little chocolate Kakamora cake pop. The cake pop is super, super rich, and just the mixture of the coconut and pineapple and it is perfect. It's like perfect tart, perfect sweet. It's not too coconutty and it's not too pineapple-y. It is literally my official favorite snack. And this is what it looks like. I actually have a couple of pictures. I think I've shared it on Instagram before.
It's super pretty. I'm not a big coconutty fan, but Josh loves coconut and pineapple, so I feel like he would love that.
I love it, and I'm not the biggest coconut fan either.
So it's not too coconutty, you would say?
No, it's not. It's because the soft serve is what's got the coconut flavor to it, so it really tastes more like a soft serve ice cream with just a hint of a coconut flavor, and then it's got the pineapple. It's just very well balanced. It's super delicious.
Okay, Lena, you ready to go here?
I am.
Here you go.
This is the ultimate funnel cake at Disney World. And believe it or not, this is actually a snack credit when they have the dining plan.
Really?
It is.
Wow.
It is a funnel cake topped with soft serve ice cream, topped with chocolate fudge topping, topped with strawberry topping, topped with the strawberries themselves, topped with powdered sugar, topped with whipped cream.
Oh, I need that.
Where's that one at?
It is at the kiosk right outside of the Indiana Jones show.
Okay. See, isn't that weird? Because if you go to like that is a very full snack that is on a snack credit. But if you go to the America Pavilion and you go to the funnel cake stand, the only one that's on the snack credit is the basic one. None of the others are.
Yeah, and see, it's $8.99 or a snack credit. And I will say that when we went up to order it, we thought it would be like smaller, like individual sizes. And so we were each going to order one. And the lady at the kiosk goes, you can share one. Trust me. This was pre-vlogging for me. And between my husband and I, we shared it. We probably ate like maybe a third of it. And I actually went to throw it away. And people behind us, and this is from Disney Food Blog. And the people I was going to throw it away. And the people behind us are like, are you throwing that away? And I'm like, yeah, I think we just both got diabetes from it. And they're like, well, we'll eat it. So we just handed it off to them.
You know what's crazy? The pre-COVID, definitely.
It was very pre-COVID.
What's crazy is the picture that was on that sign, it doesn't look like as amazing as like the actual thing, and that never happens, you know? And that looks, I love my churros. And I love my funnel cake.
If I had a food scale in my bag, I would have weighed it.
Yeah.
And now that I vlog, I probably would put a food scale in my bag to actually weigh what the thing weighed. It probably was a good pound because it wasn't just one dollop of soft serve. It was like 4 corners.
Oh my goodness.
Literally, you were covered in it by the end of it. We literally took turns to go wash our hands because it was literally, we were covered in ice cream and powdered sugar and everything else off of this funnel cake.
That sounds like
now I want one really bad.
I know, me too. I'm like, okay, French fries eating.
All right, Sammy, let's
making my mouth water.
Okay, I'll put you on screen in a sec here, Christy, but I also want to say hi to Brittany from Wildlife Salt Life, who just popped in chat. Hello.
Hello.
Hi. All righty.
All right. So here's the crepe that Sammy was talking about.
Oh, wow.
Looks good.
It looks so good.
It's the brisket one, but there was something I wanted to show you. This is my Instagram, but there was something I wanted to show you about the snacks, how sometimes they look better in person and sometimes they don't. I have a comparison one where that is totally the case. I just have to find it.
Where it's better or not better?
It's like, okay, so it looked terrible. So it failed for the presentation for Instagram, and it was disgusting.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Yikes.
I've got to find it. You can unshare me while I'm looking for it.
Because I actually want to put, I want to share something really quickly while you're doing that, Christy.
And back to Galactic Night for a second. I will say that I am still missing my churros from Monsters, Inc. So churro guy, I'm like, 5 churro guys owe me churros.
Okay, so in case anybody out there is wondering, this is Kaylee's page. And Kaylee, I have to tell you, when I brought this up before we started the show, you were at 401 subscribers. You gained 3 subscribers just while you were in the show with us. So thank you, everybody.
That means a lot to me.
Yes, thank you so much for going over to Kaylee's channel and supporting her. So I just wanted to share that. I thought that was really cool. So
I appreciate it so much, you guys. I just got to 400 for the second time. I had 400, and then YouTube decided right as I got there to delete 6 people. So I had to get back.
Oh, I love when YouTube does that.
It's okay.
Yeah.
I'm happy.
And Kaylee's channel is also linked in the description of this video, as well as her Etsy shop, because she does have an Etsy shop. And I know Kat has been putting it in the chat as well. So thank you, Kat, for doing that.
Thanks, Kat. One of them's me, Kaylee. I can't wait to check it out.
Nice. That's great. Thanks, Lena.
All right, I've got the picture now.
Okay, let's go back on here.
The gross
Right.
picture of
So
gross food, apparently.
the picture that looks pretty is the presentation of what it's supposed to look like. The picture right next to it that looks like just like a hot mess of stuff.
Is it an attire?
But the whole color scheme is off.
It's in a bowl.
Oh, it looks like a tire.
And I was like, what the crap was I just given? And it tastes horrible. So let me read what this says.
It's not even placed the same way that it is in the picture.
No, it's not at all.
Completely different color scheme and everything. Hi, Taryn from Twinkle Little Taryn. She just
It's called the Mini Mary Cherry Sundae, and with cherry and vanilla soft serve, hot fudge, whipped cream, holiday sprinkles. There's no sprinkles on mine.
No.
And chocolate mini bow on top. The day I tried this treat, I called it a complete fail in presentation and in flavor. It was terrible. Mark completely missed. The snack was $6.49, and it was at oh my gosh, Storybook Treats. It was at Storybook Treats. It's terrible.
It literally looks like they threw it in a tire.
Yeah, it's just a black plastic bowl. But yeah,
but I'm going to call it a tire just to add the level of.
It literally does look like they threw all the ingredients in there. They didn't even try to.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, Taryn said she'd take it back. She would have took it back to the counter. You probably could have done that.
Yeah. Well, oh well.
I already got your free trip anyway, Christy. So
yeah, and I actually ended up dropping it on the ground by accident, and it splattered on some kid next to me. Sorry. The kid was too close. We were supposed to be 6 feet away, and Mama wasn't watching Kid, and Kid was like all up in my lap.
Wow.
You're like, I'm not your mama.
Wow. Yeah, that's not good. Wait, how do I? Okay, there it goes. I was like, I couldn't get that one screen to go away. Okay, so wait, let me pop over here. Okay, so I have a question actually for all of you guys, or you ladies. Is there a ride? Probably Sammy, I already heard one from you, but is there a ride? Is there a ride at the Disney park that you have not ridden yet? Lena, let's start with you.
I have not, even though it's been open for our past trips, I have not been to Pandora.
Okay.
Because I am too big for Flight of Passage.
Oh, well, that's no good.
So.
Taryn said I threw it at the kid. I mean, almost. It literally.
Now know the true story.
And it's funny because when it fell, it like flipped out of my lap, and I was thinking this is going to get all over the ground. It literally landed on the ground, face up, and it kind of just shot splatters onto the kid, and I'm like, oh.
Okay, what did the mom say?
The mom just looked at me, and I was like, she just shook her head, and that was it. She didn't speak to me at all.
Yeah. Sorry. Christy, is there a ride at the parks that you have not yet ventured to ride?
Yes. You know, the whole like Big Top area at Magic Kingdom. Big Top, like that area reminds me so much of like the fair area at Dollywood. And I grew up going to Dollywood, and the fair area is my least favorite. So I've actually only walked back in that area during the Christmas party to get meet and greets with characters I wanted. So I've never ridden Barnstormer or Dumbo.
Okay, nice. Okay. And Kaylee, how about you? Is there any kind of is there any ride that you have not ridden at any of the parks?
Well, I also haven't ridden Dumbo. I think that's the only one.
That's one of my favorites. I love Dumbo.
I ended up opting for Aladdin's Magic Carpet last time. I might have ridden it.
Okay, it's very similar.
Yeah, and then if you ride that little dino ride in Dino Land, which that is the worst land ever, it's the same. It's very carnival-ish. Carnivalesque.
I didn't ride the dino. Is it the same like kind of circle up and down kind of thing? Like
yeah, it's just like the carpets. You can raise it, you can tilt it. It's the same thing.
Yeah, the rocket. Don't they have like some sort of rocket ship one that's similar to that's on top of the
Astro Orbiter, but it goes faster, so kind of makes you a little nauseous.
And you have to take an elevator to get there.
Yeah, it's up high.
Yeah, the one at Disneyland's on the ground, the rocket ride.
It just seems weird to me to have 3 rides that are pretty much the exact same ride in one park, and then have another one in another park right there. Like you've got 4 rides that are pretty much the same ride.
I feel like you only need to ride one. In my opinion. Like I picked Aladdin and I was like, cool, I'm done. I did my circular.
Well, I'm pretty sure that those rides don't have a height limit. Like you don't have to. It's not one of the ones. So I think if you've got kids who are shorter or younger, while older kids or taller kids get to do some of the other rides, they have a few different rides they can go on. So I mean, I get it, but I also get what you're saying too, Christy.
I mean, they can ride. So yeah, they can ride definitely. Well, they can't ride Astro Order. There is a height limit on that one, but they can ride Dumbo, Aladdin, Small World. I think Peter Pan's Flight. There might be a height on that one.
I don't think so.
Winnie the Pooh, a Haunted Mansion, Pirates.
Yep.
I mean, that park in general is geared to younger people anyway, or like nostalgic people.
Right.
It's not my favorite park, but I do like if I take a trip there, other than the very first trip I ever took in 2007, it's a must-do park just because you have to do it.
Right. You have to at least do one day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sammy, I know you mentioned one, or do you want to share a couple others that you haven't written?
Everything in Magic Kingdom, everything in Epcot, everything in Animal Kingdom, everything in the whole entire park.
Okay. That would be me too, because I've never been to the Florida park. So I've been to Disneyland, California, but I've never been to Florida. So, but in California, there are 3 rides that I have not ridden. One is the teacups. Never. I do not spin.
I do not spin.
The second one, I'm trying to think what the third one was. I know there's another one, but the second one for sure, Space Mountain. No way. Absolutely not. So
spinny one too.
That's a roller coaster in the dark, and that one does go pretty darn. From the vlogs I've seen on it, it goes pretty fast and it's pretty crazy. So,
Ephraim, what are you asking, honey?
Oh, he's retracting.
What part?
He's retracting some of his messages. So
I think Magic Kingdom is the one he's wanting to know. Like what park were you talking about? Is like a must-do park.
Oh yeah, Magic Kingdom, because it's just naturally the main park. But maybe he's also asking what park I went to in 2007, which is Epcot, when I was pregnant with him.
And then I got to show what Taryn just mentioned. It's BS. So yes, she wanted to put that out there. So,
I have a question real quick, if that's okay for everyone.
Absolutely.
So this is kind of like the college program related question. So if you were to work at Disney World, where would you want to work? Start with
Sammy's got her.
I think Sammy wants to go.
Because I have to think about mine.
Okay. So I feel ever since I was a little girl, I've always thought that I looked a lot like Belle. So it's always been my dream to be Belle.
I can see it.
Yeah. But now I have a tattoo on my arm, so I can't. But like that was always my dream, was to be Belle at Disney. I told my mom, I was like, "Don't worry, Mom. You don't have to worry about me. I'm gonna be Belle at Disney. I'm gonna be a princess. It's fine."
Oh,
I haven't thought about this at all ever.
I can tell.
You weren't all excited.
Okay, Lena or Christy, which one of you has an answer? I'll go last since I'm hosting.
So college program specifically, or if I were to get a job there now, or both?
I mean, just in general, what would be like your dream job, I guess?
Well, in the college program, I would want to be friends with Timon. I love Timon. Or I would want to be a ugly stepsister, or I would want to be friends with the ugly stepsisters. Currently, if I were to, I've thought about this so many times. If I were to be a Disney employee, I would want to do definitely either work with the Imagineers in some form, or really just pretty much do what I do now for Disney, just so I can go to the parks for free.
Yeah.
So I do a lot of analytical work. So maybe analyze their finances and things like that, which is kind of what I do with my job now.
Do you know what I think would be a good one for you? Maybe for like the college program, it would have been like the Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique, where they did like the makeup for the little girls. The hair, that's like a lot of people's dream to work at Disney and do that. And I could just see it based on like all the makeup you do. I'm like, you would do a really good job, I think, with that.
My daughter actually got to do that in 2017. My daughter is such a tomboy. But in 2017, we took my husband's father and stepmother, and she was like, she has to do it. It's a once in a lifetime experience. It's like, she's probably going to hate it, but let's do it. She didn't hate it. But when we got back to the room, because you know how they like do up the hair and it lasts a couple of days. As soon as we got back to the room, she's like, take this out. So, I was like, okay.
Lena, how about you?
This is going to sound weird. I would actually want to work as a PhotoPass photographer.
Oh, that would be fun
Not
too.
weird at all.
Because you get to see so like everything from first moments of that child or adult seeing the castle for the first time, engagements, gender reveals, pregnancy announcements, just general, I'm at Disney and I'm happy. You know, you take the surly teenager off the plane and they become 5 again. Or, you know, you take, you know, a family who maybe, you know, they were arguing about something before vacation, and vacation brings them back together, and you get to capture those moments. So I would want to be a photographer.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
It is a good one. I will say most of the photographers I've ever run into were very nice and very like, hey, let's do this, get a magic moment. I will say, though, our first trip in 2017, we were at Epcot and it was rainy. And there weren't very many PhotoPass people out there, but there was one. And I was like, hey, can you take our picture? And he was like, I'm sorry, I'm leaving. Like, you can't stop for like 5 seconds, take our picture? Come on now. But I'm sure they probably had like a start and end time that they had to get to. But he wasn't really nice about it. He didn't say another person would be along or anything. Just like, I'm leaving. And just kept walking. I was like, what the crap?
Very Disney employee.
Okay, and see, I had the opposite happen. We were walking along and I go, oh, PhotoPass photography. He goes, I just went off the clock, but hey, I'd be happy to snap a few shots for you.
Yeah, that's the way it should be. But I guess each person's different, because if they're very clock-oriented people, like timestamps, they're like, I'm not working when I'm not on the clock. And I understand that. But you also have to kind of maintain that magical experience by like saying, oh, I'm so sorry, but I'm not on the clock and I really can't, but there should be another PhotoPass coming along soon. Or if you walk just a little bit further, there might be another one. That would have been the right way to respond.
Exactly.
Yeah. My dream job actually is not in the park. I would rather work for the corporate offices that make the decisions and create all of the like events and things at the park. And then I would like to be in the park to see some, you know, people enjoying them, but I don't want to be like in the park all the time because that's exhausting.
Yeah, but in the park would be exhausting for sure.
Yeah, and just be on your feet all day long and all that kind of stuff. I want to be in the corporate. And then as Christy mentioned, getting that discount to even go to the park, so I could always go whenever I wanted. But that literally has been my dream job for years, to get in at Disney. So yeah, that's it.
How do we get there? How are we going to do it? I want to be able to work from home.
Oh, yeah.
I like this working from home. I'm sitting at my office desk right now. I really like the whole work from home vibe. I get to wear yoga pants every day, and I have plenty of those.
Life Joyfully Done says Christy should work at Disney. She has some great suggestions to make the park experience better.
Well, thank you.
And in Birdwell, it's yes. Well, my dream was always in Disneyland versus Disney World because of the weather. But
so I know you don't know this, but has anyone else been to both Disney World and Disneyland? Has anyone? because the culture I hear is drastically different, because Disneyland is very much a pass holder park, and a lot of people there feel entitled, where Walt Disney World is very much a destination experience. So I'm wondering if that's the case, because I've never actually been interested in going to Disneyland because it is so much smaller. And I like having like extended vacations and stuff, but I would like to ride some of the Pirates ride, the Haunted Mansion ride. I would like to do the new Tower of Terror, whatever they called it, with
Galaxies. Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
Now, it's my pet peeve when people say Disneyland is smaller, because yes, it is. But think about it. It's literally the space they had to work with. It's the original park. If you're very much into Walt Disney, you can go on the walking Walt's footsteps. You can go to his apartment where he had over the firehouse. So you get like more original experience there. So
I would say it's definitely for the people that want the nostalgia that they, as growing up, but coming from someone that never had the Disney Channel, never been to Disney until I was a grown adult, I don't need that nostalgia. For me, nostalgia is going to Epcot, because my first time at Epcot was in 2007. And I know that wasn't that long ago. It was only 13 years ago. But to me, that's nostalgia. The Small World, everybody's like, oh, that's nostalgia. I love it. Me, I could care less, because I don't have it as a nostalgia thing for me. So I get the whole Disneyland park, the original, where Walt was. Walt walked these areas. He had an apartment. I get every bit of that. And a lot of hardcore Disney fans that have been going to Disney for years, that's their favorite. And I totally get that. I don't have that feeling.
That's fine. I'm just teasing you, and you're all right, Lena. Terrence. Sorry, Sammy. I'm just
no, you're fine.
Terrence, comment.
I was born in California, actually, and I moved out to Colorado when I was 8. So I always say I'm pretty much a Coloradoan. Like, I went through not kindergarten, but second grade on in Colorado. So I'm a Coloradoan. If I run into people I know from school, I'm a Coloradoan. But all of my family, like my dad's side of the family, they're all in California still, and they have annual passes to Disneyland. So they're always going. And so Disneyland is definitely I thought I was going to go to Disneyland before I went to Disney World, because it was where my family is and I could go with them and do all of that stuff. It's not too far. It's like a 15-hour drive or something like that. It's not that bad to just drive out there and go and be and stuff. So I want to go to both, but I really want to go to land. Just one, to experience it with my extended family, but two, because I really want to go to Walt's apartment and walk his footsteps. That just would be so magical to me. And maybe it is like Christy, like you said, I grew up on Disney. If you ever looked at any of the kid pictures I've posted, I was decked in Disney head to toe, watched Disney movies, always Disney Channel. So to me, Disney has just been part of me forever. So land is the heaven for me to get to. Getting to go to World is oh my gosh, I'm going to Disney. But the moment I go to land, I feel my emotions are going to be all wonky.
Aww.
I will say, during Happily Ever After, so I didn't get all emotional until I watched Happily Ever After for the first time, and I was like, why is this making me cry? I don't even know these songs, but it's making me cry. Of course I knew the Pirates ones, because I'm obsessed with Pirates, but for the most part I didn't even know the songs. But that thing makes you emotional for sure.
Oh, really? I'm a crybaby at everything, so I'll just be crying the whole time.
Our dear friend and additional co-host who is moderating for us tonight, Kat, is 6 away from 900. If anyone has not subscribed to her or checked out her channel, please feel free to do so.
Yay, that's so exciting. I'm 5 away from 800, which I was like, holy cow, how did I get to 800? That's bananas.
Pat, post that on Instagram so I can share it out on your story, on my story, and I'll share it out on Facebook and Twitter too.
Sorry, I was trying to get this one and it kept falling away from me. So Alina's getting close to 900 too. Sorry. So hello, Nina. Thanks for popping in.
Hi, Nina.
Okay, so we're at the top of the hour, and I know our friend Pete McDivitt is going to be going live momentarily, but we usually try to wrap up around 9, so we're done close to that. So I'm going to go around, and I like to ask everybody to just share a little bit about what they have coming up on their channel, either in the next week or 2 weeks, however you've got that planned out. So Lena, since you are next to me, I'm going to start with you. If you would like to share what you have coming up.
Sure. First of all, thank you so much to, gosh, I just blanked, Allie and Kat and Christy for inviting me to be a co-host. This has been great. I'm very honored that you asked. I have dedicated videos that go up on Tuesdays and Saturdays, and then randomly other sprinkled videos may come out during the week. And right now the videos are of my sponsored trip by Universal Orlando to the parks for a very, very quick trip back in November that they graciously provided me with. So Tuesday's video was the departure day leaving for Orlando. So it's right at the beginning of the series.
Nice. All right.
You're going to tell me how to get that kind of deal.
Oh, he's a travel agent
program.
I know. I've contemplated doing that. I'm like, do I? I kind of want to do that. I want free trips.
Christy, what do you have?
I have, for those of you who knew that I got a free trip in December, because of my October trip, I do have that video out now. It's been out about 2 weeks. It tells you exactly how I got my free trip. You can go watch that. I have a couple of swaps coming up. I have like the Year of the Ear that the Siskatiers host. I have a couple of those. This one that it's Disney Extra swap that Josh hosts. I got my box today from, I can't tell you who from, but I loved it. It was such a great idea. What he does is he created this swap, and I think it's once a month, where people that have like extra things that they don't really need, like extra pop heads or just extra Disney oriented stuff or extra stuff in general, that is good quality, only slightly loved or brand new with tags on it, you can send it to your person and they get to open it, and if they like it, and they get to keep it. And my box was amazing. I was like, this is so awesome. And it's free except for shipping, because it's your extra stuff. You're not buying anything. That's one of the rules. You can't buy anything. It has to be stuff you already have. I've got a home decor swap coming up, and I'm super excited about that in March, and just a couple of other swaps. Every Thursday night, I do a live stream called Magical Makeup with Christy, and Alicia actually thought of the name, and it's perfect. And it's where I go live, and I have a couple of people on that are regulars. Lena's on there regularly. She's our like chat person, moderator. And we do makeup, and we show you what we're doing. We show you the makeup we're using. We do themed makeup. It's magical makeup, so it's not necessarily Disney, but it's definitely magical themed characters. Last night's character was Jessica Rabbit. If you haven't seen that, you can go check it out, or you can look at my pictures on Instagram, because after I post pictures, and it's just really fun. We interact with chat. Lena does most of the interaction in chat, and we respond to what she says because she's reading the chat, and we can see it, but we're doing our makeup, so it's kind of harder for us to look at the chat. It's super fun, and we love it. It's so much fun. And then, of course, I have Disney, Spillin Disney Tea Castle Chat next Friday, and it's Taryn, I believe. Taryn is up. I have mine already booked out all the way to June, but I believe Taryn is next week. Taryn, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's you. That's it.
Okay. And Lena, my apologies. I forgot I wanted to make everyone big. So when they talk,
on Christy's makeup night, I actually have started keeping a tally mark of how many eyeshadows Christy used, and our largest to date, which was not last night, but last week was 28, and she would not go to 30 colors. So
They were trying to make me go to 30.
we,
I was like, no.
we were trying hard, and she just wouldn't do it. So come into the chat next Thursday and let's get Christy to 30 colors.
All right.
I still
Good-
have
good
to
information.
I have to post a voting thing. So I let people vote on my community tab and my Instagram stories on what the next book will be. So stay tuned for that and vote.
All right. Thank you. Kaylee, I'm going to turn it over to you. And why don't you share with us what you have coming up on your channel?
So I have a lot of fun pin videos coming up in February. I have some Valentine's themed things coming up. I have a collab that I'm really excited for that's going to be released right around Valentine's Day. Of course, my WandaVision reaction videos are going to keep going until that's over. And then because people are so outraged I've never seen like a lot of the Marvel movies, I'm planning on moving into Marvel reactions after that, just general Marvel reactions to get those done. Because, you know, that and Princess and the Frog. I still haven't seen Princess and the Frog, and that one is a must-do. Like, that reaction video will be coming out at least by March because I got to watch the movie and I want to record it. So that one's coming out. But yeah, just Monday and Friday for right now.
Nice. Well, and you know what? I have not seen Princess and the Frog either. So
Me neither.
I'm getting slack about it, but I haven't seen a lot of them. So
I'm going to do a quick correction. I am not the host next week. Kat is the host. My next host date's the 19th. Taryn, thanks for correcting me.
It was April that you guys switched, right? That's why you might have got that mixed up, right?
I think I just got it mixed up because it was April we switched. Yeah.
Yeah. So Taryn, and I saw that pop up, and she said it was. Oh God, the chat's going so fast. The 19th. So everyone tune in to the 19th because our friend Taryn is going to be our guest that evening. So
everyone tune in every week.
Well, yes, of course. And now, Sammy, I'm going to go to you.
It's me. So I haven't posted too many videos lately just because of moving, but I do plan on getting back into the swing of that. I'm almost at 800 subscribers, and I already have a giveaway stuff put together for that. But I do have the Year of the Ears that I'm participating in. I have a few Valentine's Day swaps I'm participating in. I have my own first swap that I ever curated coming up in March. I'm also in Christy's DIY swap, which I'm super excited about. And then just getting to be a part of this, like I'm so like blushing that you guys asked me to be a part of this. I just feel so special to get to join in this every Friday. I know I'm going to be late to some of them. That's just because, you know, I'm over here in mountain time and got to make it work. But I made sure to ask for a little bit early offs on nights that I'm hosting, so I won't be late to every single one. But yeah, I plan on really vamping my channel around my Etsy shop and doing videos about the process and everything like that. So I do post a lot on my Etsy's Instagram too, like sneak peeks. So if you guys ever want to follow that, it just puts some magic on it. But yeah, so that's kind of what I'm trying to go for, which makes for longer editing because when you're making things, takes a little bit longer. But I also have a Chubby Chaser swap coming in the end of this month, which I'm super excited about. I did that with the Magical Speedy, so you guys should definitely check that out too.
Nice. Okay, and you know, you were mentioning about like you might be late, and sometimes, you know, don't worry about that. We're all really relaxed around here as far as like if you have to take a Friday off, that's totally fine. You know, we're all rotating in and out, so that's going to be a good thing for all of us. So
yes, it's so nice.
Yes. And so I am. Let's see. I'm gonna make myself big. Oh God. All right, here we go.
Great.
Thanks. Okay. So I actually have a couple surprises. I was hoping Nina was still going to be on to hear this because I literally haven't told anyone, not even Christy, and I actually talked to her for an hour and a half on the phone today, and I kept this a secret.
What?
Kaylee knows because we had a conversation right as it happened. But I actually have a couple exciting things. This week, I got monetized.
Shut the front door. Congratulations. Earlier you weren't monetized.
I know, but I kept I was waiting to do the announcement. So
congratulations.
that was very, very exciting. You have to like apply for it and then wait a few days for you to get approved. So I didn't find out until this week that I was approved. So very exciting about that. I also have a giveaway that I just posted yesterday that is going to be going on for the next couple weeks for hitting 1,000 subscribers. So if you haven't watched and or entered that video, be sure to go and do that. Tomorrow night, I believe it's at 7 p.m., I will be on my friend Heather at the Disney Housewives channel. She's having, she did a pajama party live in December, and we said we were going to do those every month. So this month she is hosting it, and myself and a few other people will be on there. So
that sounds fun.
Yeah, that sounds super fun.
And then for my own channel, better late than never, but I am going to be putting out a year in review video. So I gathered like a bunch of clips and stuff that I'm going to be putting out that happened from all last year. So I'll be putting that video out. And then I have a short that I'm going to be putting out. And then my next hosting day is actually February 13th or whenever the Friday is. Is it Friday the 13th?
No, it's
Oh, thank you. Because I tell you, I had 2 Friday the 13th last year that I had to host on Friday the 13th. So yeah, my next one is going to be on the 12th. So craziness. And so, yes, so that is it. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining us.
Yes.
Thank you for Kaylee for coming on this evening and being our guest and talking with us. It was a lot of fun. If you guys can all hang out, we'll talk backstage for a few minutes. But otherwise, we will end the broadcast. So thank you so much, everyone, for watching.
Bye, guys. Have a good night.
Bye.